And what's going on, guys? Minicall here coming at you with another video. This one is in regards to a Nexus 8.8 attempt, as well as just kind of a daily playthrough midday. So Nexus 8.8 is the second to last Nexus node, essentially still trying to progress through this campaign. The main idea behind that is as soon as I can get done with the Nexus campaign, I can start the Doom campaign. And my big motivation for getting into the Doom campaign is getting the Yellow Jacket node and getting that farmable. And that is primarily for Jubilee, but also for my Dark Dimension 3, Dark Dimension 4 strategy. But anyway, so just kind of going in with that, the team I have been kind of working on to get into Nexus 8.8. I'm currently working on a modified mutants, and those are, I believe it's just mutants are the only requirement for this node. Bear with me just a minute. I'm sorry about that. So it's Shield, Brotherhood, or X-Men. So kind of like mutants. So I've basically been going in with an X-Men team and semi-modified since I do not have Phoenix. So team I'm currently bringing in Cyclops, X-23, Kitty Pryde, Beast, and Colossus. I've taken X-23, Kitty Pryde, Beast, and Colossus all to gear tier 11. I'm currently working on Cyclops. The ultimate plan, I think, is I will probably replace Colossus with Iceman, just because I think he has better synergy with Kitty Pryde and Beast. And if I'm still not able to kind of do this node, I think I will replace Cyclops with Bishop, and hopefully that should really get this node done. But anyway, so with all that being said, kind of what I've been doing, I've been taking the team to level 60, getting them to gear tier 11. If that is not enough, I will then start taking them to 65, which I've already started to do with Cyclops. And if I'm still not able to do it at 65, the next step is to take them to gear tier level 12. Hoping I don't have to take them that far, just because for the purposes of Cyclops and actually pretty much just Cyclops. I don't really plan on building up the Uncanny X-Men anytime soon, as I am not currently working on Phoenix. But anyway, so let's try this little node out. Other things I'm trying to do too with the ISO 8s for those characters. If I do have any spare ISO 8s, I'm taking them to at least level 3, and hoping that's going through. The only exceptions to that are Kitty Pryde and Beast, who I plan to take to ISO 8 level 5, and that's just because I plan on using that astonishing X-Men team either in the Doom raids or just even as a backup raid team for when the symbiotes die. So let's give this one an attempt. I don't think I did an attempt yesterday, so it's been about a day and a half since I've attempted it. I've since gotten Kitty Pryde to gear tier 11. And I do like to kind of just test things out periodically. Some of this is certainly RNG based. I think what I've been doing, and it's been kind of working out fairly well, is I'm going after Ultimus first and at least ability blocking him. The reasoning behind that is one of his moves, and I would really have to look at it to see, but one of the moves he does really hits pretty hard and has a tendency to actually delete my Colossus. And I kind of want Colossus there, not so much for his damage dealing or anything like that, but essentially he's just kind of a big meat bag, and he's just there to kind of absorb the hits. I'm not all that focused on 3-starring these campaigns at the moment. That is definitely, a goal down the road. But right now I would say, more hyper-focused on getting to those later campaign nodes in Doom. So kind of what I've been doing strategy-wise, I am looking to build up my charges on Cyclops, get him up to 10. Once he is up to 10 charges, I'll do that big AoE hit, and that should take out quite a few of the enemies. The other one I want to watch out for is the symbiote Spider-Men, partially with their healing, and then also with that stun mechanic. I am trying to avoid that as much as possible. After I take out the symbiote Spider-Man, I can't remember if the next wave drops yet, but my next goal will then be to take out the Carnage. I don't want there to be a lot of speed ups as my characters start getting to the red. So boom, the next wave dropped. I am going to kind of switch tactics and target the symbiote Spider-Man. And just for the reasons I mentioned, I don't want him stunning my team, as they are already getting a bit on the weaker side. I believe Cyclops AoE is ready, so hopefully we can live long enough to get that off. And like I said, this is certainly not a, clean clear by any means, and the way it's going, it looks like I am still not going to be able to clear this, and that's just kind of the nature of the beast. So boom, it's another wipe. I don't have any energy to kind of go in and do a different attempt. Other things I might try, and I might have to switch up the strategy a little bit, and instead of actually targeting the Ultimus first, I might actually start targeting the symbiote Spider-Man first, and kind of getting rid of that AoE attack, and just kind of looking at Ultimus, and I believe it is... Yeah, I think it's this one that's actually deleting Colossus. And I think that's the problem that I'm running into. But anyway, so I think what I'll probably do is on my next attempt, I will probably try to, instead of going after the Ultimus first, I'll probably go after Symbiote Spider-Man first and kind of get him out of the way, and then then probably focus fire on the Ultimus. Anyway, so kind of other things going on. I believe our raid is getting ready to end in the next 24 minutes, so we'll be starting up another raid. Mini did not do so well on this one. I autoed the nodes just to see if things were, if I could do them on the auto setting, and I wasn't able to make it out of this second boss quadrant, so to me that says Mini is not ready to auto these nodes, so I will have to go in and manually play, which is fine. I mean, it's not a huge inconvenience, and I'd rather play manually and actually get through the actual nodes versus having my team wipe early on. Other things kind of going on. We are currently in the Iceman Blitz, and just kind of about time to do a rotation. So going in, I've got my 28 team so far with Mini, and with a blitz like this, I do pay attention a little bit more as to who my opponents are, as I'm trying to get as many points as possible for Mini. I did do that very irresponsible power core buy, which again, I really don't recommend if you have a normal level of cores. If you were in a similar situation to Mini, and I had, I think, almost 6,000 cores, that wasn't too bad, but definitely not something I would normally recommend doing. So going through kind of just the rest of this rotation, so like I said, I'll actually be looking at my opponents and, not just kind of clicking through. So I'm trying to look for basically fights that look like I will win. And what I mean by that is teams that have very low synergy or non-synergized teams are definitely going to be kind of my primary targets, and just kind of click through like that. As I do get to the weaker teams, obviously the points start getting less. So for me, it's really important for my top I think it's like my top 8 teams are teams that I am really kind of paying close attention to, and trying to pick my opponents as carefully as possible. You'll also notice with my first set of teams that are kind of my stronger powered, I've already used my core refreshes for the day, and I kind of just try to get the maximum amount of points that I can from those first couple teams. The rest of it is just kind of going in and, if you win, you get a little extra points, and certainly doesn't hurt. Again, Mini kind of normally falls in the lower percentile with this, and I normally fall in the 11 to 25% range, whereas Dracarys and Khaleesi typically fall in the 4 to 10%. In the past, prior to Simblitz, I used to be able to get into the 2 to 3% or the 1% on the regular, but I just don't have the patience essentially to set a timer for every 2 hours. So I'm just going to go in, finish this rotation, and then kind of just wrap this video up. But yeah, so that's just kind of what I've been doing. Just kind of on a daily process. I'm still going in, farming my typical character shards. Right now it is focused a little bit more on the Pimtech characters that I do have farmable. And then currently for gear, I am basically investing that directly into my X-Men characters. And that again is in the hopes of kind of clearing Nexus 8.8. So what I'll kind of do is once a day, I'll go in and do an attempt and see if I've improved at all. And then if not, I just kind of will either add some more pieces of gear or just add some more levels. There's definitely a big jump up in level-wise. From level 60 to level 65. So that's something to definitely look at. If I am not able to pass it at gear tier 11, that's essentially going to be my next avenue. So if you're looking over here just real quick, the top teams that I did do my 50s on are my higher powered teams, and then I kind of stop right around here, and that's where the fights start getting a little bit more unreliable. So I'll use the power core refreshes on my top 4, and then as I keep diminishing cores, I'll keep it going. As I get more cores, I will try to refresh more. Eventually, these will obviously run out. But the idea is you're kind of sure to win teams. You want to use your refreshes on them. But anyway, that is just a quick little Nexus 8.8 attempt as far as where I am in that process. The team I'm currently using, you can certainly. Again, a lot of these campaigns are going to be very roster dependent, and with something like this, Shield is certainly an option, as well as Brotherhood, or even a combination of the three. Like I've kind of said in the past, with Mini, I am trying not to focus as much on some of the older meta, and kind of going more for the newer meta. As characters get older in this game, the power creep is real, and they become less and less effective. So while Brotherhood is still a really good team, by the time Mini would unlock on Magneto, I'm not too sure how good that team is still going to be at that point. So at least I know with the Axemen, they will be around for the foreseeable future, so that is not anything I am worried about wasting resources on, or think of it as wasting resources. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video, so please like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Anything you specifically want to see, feel free to always let me know. Reach out to me either on Discord or in-game at any of the 3 accounts. Thank you again for watching, hope you're having a good one, and take it easy.